community or any infrastructure you are protecting is being destroyed and you have no other means of stopping them, you are allowed to fire. So do not be afraid to take out any criminal or any enemy that is destroying or is doing any acts of killing.
The Federation Account Allocation Committee, FAC, shared a total of 1.8 trillion naira.
The impunity going on in Ekiti State now, they are detaining people with Form K.
Alright guys, hold on here. I'm going to be playing a full video for you guys to take a look at. So, Peter Obi and the Obedience don't come out or they blast the First Lady of Nigeria. Meanwhile, the Nigerian army has actually, been given a specific order. Say anywhere they see bandits, may they buy them. Now this particular one, if they have been making this kind of statement, giving the army this particular kind of instruction, things for no day like this for Nigeria. And then Scott Iguma don't also expose Nigeria. According to Scott Iguma, Nigeria actually allocated or distributed about 1.8 trillion naira to the 36 states in Nigeria, including local government. They break down. I'm going to play the full video for you guys to take a look at. But I woke up to this particular post from Peter Obi on Twitter rather. The notification was very, very alarming because Peter Obi captioned it, "We are finished," and then he went on, wishing the First Lady of Nigeria a happy birthday. And this particular happy birthday is two-sided. It has sparked a lot of controversial statements, a lot of reaction from Nigerians and the APC. Of course, waiting goes up now. Peter Obi went on to actually criticize the fact that the woman, First Lady, demanded for about some people to donate money, or Nigerians to actually donate some money for her birthday to complete the National Library. And Peter Obi did not like that idea. So Peter Obi said, "I join millions of Nigerians in wishing Her Excellency Mrs. Olerumi Tinubu a happy birthday. May God Almighty, who has been with her all these years, grant her many more healthy, fruitful, and happy years." However, I was struck by irony reading her request that instead of cakes or newspaper adverts, well-wishers should donate towards completing the National Library in Abuja. On the surface, it is noble and selfless, but beneath it lies an indictment of our nation. I recall that as governor of Anambra State, I too urged that money meant for adverts be channeled into meaningful causes, computers for schools, and classrooms blocks. Such gestures were never meant to replace the government's duty, but to complement it. The state still bore the responsibility of providing those essentials. That is why it is shocking that in our present circumstances, while billions are easily found for jets, yachts, and unused mansions, endless trips abroad, and other frivolities, the nation must rely on birthday donations to complete its own national library. What kind of country must beg for charity to build the very temple of knowledge? What kind of leaders waste trillions on luxury and vanity, while the National Library, our intellectual furnace, remains abandoned in the capital? Serious nations treat libraries as sacred, but here we reduce them to afterthoughts, begging balls or birthday tokens. He went on, Mrs. Tinubu was right. Education is the most enduring legacy a nation can give its people. Yet, to know this truth and still prioritize vanity is both shocking and tragic rather. If Nigeria will rise, it will not be on the wings of jets or the splendor of mansions, but on the strength of minds formed in classrooms and nourished in libraries. Until then, the lament remains true. We are finished. Peter Obi. So guys, this was actually a statement Peter Obi made concerning the donation the First Lady of Nigeria requested Nigerians to do for her birthday. So the woman came out, I think that was about 3 weeks ago or a couple of months ago. She came out on Instagram, made some posts that if any Nigerians is willing to actually gift any birthday gift, they should rather donate it for the completion of the Abuja library. You understand? So Peter Obi did not settle well with this, and Obedience also criticized this. whereas a lot of people had their different opinion. But before I bring in the opinion of the people, let's watch this video of the Nigerian army giving strict instruction to the soldiers. This one actually sweet me because at this point we are tired of the insecurity that is going on in Nigeria, and at this point we have been, asking for some questions like this. So the army general has given strict, instruction that the army should engage any terrorists they see, hunting after lives and property, be it in any way, and anyone that fails to do so will be court-martialed. That is why this particular one is very, very interesting. Watch the video, guys, and I'll be right back.
Not react, and I do not want to hear that I was not giving any command. As long as you are deployed, your task is to secure your community. You are all aware on what condition you are supposed to shoot at the enemy. When your life is at stake and you have no other means of protecting yourself, you are allowed to fire. When your colleague's life is at stake and there is no way you can stop, you are allowed to fire. And when the community or any infrastructure you are protecting is being destroyed and you have no other means of stopping them, you are allowed to fire. So do not be afraid to take out any criminal or any enemy that is destroying or is doing any acts of killing. Is that clear? Yes, sir. But like I've told you, the communities you are protecting must know that you are there to protect them, not to go there and infringe on their human rights. I'm going to hold every commander, from the sector commander to the company commander to the platoon commander to the section commanders responsible. If anything happens within your AOR and you do nothing, if anything happens within your AOR and you do nothing, you will be court-martialed. That I guarantee you. But again, our policy is to reward hard work and punish indolence. When you do well, we will commend you, we'll give you awards, and then we'll take care of you the more. You will be promoted. Is that clear? Yes, sir. With the new concepts, all armed forces personnel will be withdrawn from within the towns and will go out into the bushes.
Still on the matter where they saw, I believe if you have actually watched that video, you agree with me that this is actually a great news for Nigerian government, because we've been long awaiting this kind of statements where there will be this kind of strict order against the bandits, Fulani herdsmen, and the Boko Haram that is actually terrorizing the entire country. Meanwhile, Scott Iguma don't come out or they cry out, exposing a lot of things concerning, the Nigerian economy, and also the disbursement of funds from the federal government to the state government for development of strategic development in the society. And according to him, the state governors and the local government chairman should be held accountable, not really, the president's fault at the moment, because according to him, about 1.8 trillion naira was disbursed early this year, and later on about 3-something trillion naira was also disbursed for the development of this country, and yet the citizens are not seeing the impact of all these developments. Yet the government are coming out to say they did this, they did that, and all of that. We've heard on papers how billions and trillions were spent in building ordinary bridges and probably reconstruction of roads and all of that. So Nigerians are not feeling the impact of this government. Looking at how things are going, the hunger and everything, it's not actually looking like the government is doing what they are claiming to be doing right. Oh yeah, now watch the video, guys, and stay tuned, because I'll be taking some of the reaction following Peter Obi's tweets on Twitter. Watch the video, guys, and I'll be right back.
Take a look at this video.
In June this year, Nigeria recorded one of the biggest monthly revenue distributions in recent memory. The Federation Account Allocation Committee, FAC, shared a total of 1.8 trillion naira. That's money meant for the federal government, the 36 states of the Federation, and the 774 local government areas in the country. So, how was all this money shared? Well, the federal government, as usual, got the lion's share with 645 billion naira. The states got 607 billion naira, while the third tier of government, the local government areas, received 444 billion naira. And then the oil-producing states took home 120 billion naira as derivation. It is the kind of money that could transform communities, build roads, power hospitals, fund schools, and pay salaries. Here's the big question. Why don't Nigerians feel the impact?
That is honestly my exact same question. Why are we not feeling the impact? And mind you, that was just in June. In August, federal government shared another 2.2 trillion. Now, let me read that statement. It says, federal, state, and local government shared 2.2 trillion in August as gross revenue hits 3.6 trillion overall. So, in August, you got another 2.2 trillion that was shared. So, where is all this money going to? As a matter of fact, from January till August, this local government and governors has received hundreds of billions of naira. But we know the same. Where is this money going to? Why are we not feeling the impact? Nigerians, we need to start asking these local government questions. We need to start requesting accountability and transparency from these local governments. They are the one ruining and embezzling the money in this country. That's why you see that after this tenure, you might end up having some local government chairmen that are richer than the president, that are richer than the governor. We don't even pay attention to them. And they are the one ripping this country, the local government chairman. They do nothing. This is what you get when we elect governors and local government chairmen who are not leaders, who don't have any vision for the people. They just want to enter office to answer a title. They see the public office as a way to escape their own poverty. That's why they are going to office. Not because they have any vision for the people, not because they are leaders. All they want is to embezzle money. From January to now, most local government has received close to 20, 30, 40 billion naira from federal government as allocation to that local government. We have 774 local governments, and we are not seeing any impact. So, President Tinubu, I will suggest once again that we need to watchdog this local government chairman. We need to watchdog them. I will still suggest that every local government should have a verified page on the social media, either on Twitter or Instagram, where we can see these people. Because most people don't even know their local government chairman. Most Nigerians, they don't know their local government chairman. Only president and governor they know. And things that are the local government responsibility, they will still be blaming it on the president. So we need to know this local government chairman. We need to know the ones that are working and the ones that are not working. So we'll start calling for their resignation.
Welcome back again, guys. Still on the issue where they solve. So on the next one, guys, is this issue of Fayose. So Fayose don't come out or they criticize the government. According to him, he went to Ekiti State and took picture with one of the government workers, and boom, they arrested a woman because she took picture with Fayose. Let's not forget, Fayose has been criticizing a lot of things that is going wrong in Ekiti State. Of course, he's from Ekiti State, and the governor of the Ekiti State is underperforming, according to him, and looting funds seriously, just like what Wike is actually doing in the FCT. So the big man over time has always come out to criticize it and label them criminals and all of that. I guess this is actually one of the reasons they arrested this woman and detained her. This Nigeria is becoming so lawless, and the guy is crying out, seeking Nigerians' help at this point. Of course, we know that when issues like this occur, it's only when it is being brought to the public that probably the government will start fidgeting and probably they will do the right thing. We've seen the cases of NAPTIP abducting some children from Asaba. 8 children were adopted and taken to Kano, and they were Islamized. And these guys are denying it. Now they have taken away the 8 children to unknown location. Up till now, these things are happening in Nigeria, and I thank God for media, because if not, probably the half of Nigerians for don't buy 30. Listen to what Fayose talk, and after which we will take the comment made by some Nigerians. Some criticize, Olerumi Tinubu for coming out to beg. Some say this is an act of criminality, and it is not good for our nation. Watch the video, guys, and we'll take the comments.
Hello, my good people. This message is for our CJN, Chief Justice of Nigeria. The impunity going on in Ekiti State now. They are detaining people with Form K. They took this lady that took picture with me, was arrested last week. I made a video. This lady was taken to magistrate court, and she was hurriedly detained in Ado Ekiti Correctional Center just because she had transaction with someone 3 million 2003. But because she came to Abuja and she took video with me, when she got back to Ekiti, they changed it for her. They say, you took video with Isaac, now give us our money. You are owing us on a loan. They now use Form K, advanced fee fraud, to arraign her. Now, this magistrate remind this woman in prison within 30 minutes. Now, they went to court today to get bail. Director of prosecutor now say, yes, she has a case to answer. They have to now take her to high court. So they returned her to prison. You can see how they are using this judiciary. Temple of justice has now turned to temple of victimization. Temple of justice in Nigeria has turned to temple of victimization. CJN, save Nigerians. Save us from this nonsense. Is this what judiciary is about? Ekiti CJ, look into this matter. International community, come to our rescue. How can our temple of justice now turn to temple of victimization? How? How can you be using Form K to arrange, I owe you, you owe me? How? What is going on in our country? Help us, your judiciary is going goo-goo.
Alright, my people, welcome back again. So you've actually heard it from Fayo say, let's not go into that, let's go straight into the comments. This one is very, very hilarious. A lot of people criticize Tinubu for actually, for all the things that's been going on in the country. So Vivian said, if you must be referred to as Your Excellency, then the process through which you arrived in office must be excellent. His Excellency Peter Obi. This was actually a statement from Peter Obi. So this person said, Peter Obi, you are right. Then this person said, Michael Ogu said, can someone explain why opposition leaders like Obi are insulted and called names for pointing out the obvious mismanagement of Nigeria's resources and calling out those in power that are demanding your contribution to build a national library as a birthday gift? Check out the names of those calling him out. You will understand the evil tribal politics we play. Many of them are still struggling with the bad economy, and instead of adding your voice to hold the government accountable, you resort to name calling. You go suffer, So Maisie said, it's pretty obvious that Tinubu and his household are really out to deal with Nigeria and Nigerians. All the mountainous loans they keep taking and squandering are not enough. They've introduced a cyber sum tax law to finish Nigerians, yet they seem unsatisfied. Tinubu has now resorted to begging for urgent 2K through his wife in the name of birthday celebration. Tinubu is running an Amajiri government operation, beg and squander. If they are not going to World Bank today with their begging bowels to beg for loans, they are on their way to IMF tomorrow with their begging bowels. If they are not doing any of that, they are begging Nigerians to buy the president's wife a birthday cake. Well, this was too much. So David Ofo said, LOL, this means this man keeps playing to the gallery. So it is right for you to ask people to donate towards buying laptops for schools and building classrooms blocks. Something you owe your people as governor, but it is bad for the first lady to ask people to donate towards the national library. Please, I want to know the difference between the two. This person actually disagrees with what Peter will talk. So Balogun Mutala said, all over the world, nations that thrive combine public funding with citizen philanthropy. From Harvard libraries to community projects in Asia, citizens contribute to education. Why should Nigeria be different? Rather than cry, we are finished. Let's recognize that we are only finished if we choose apathy. While leaders and citizens pool resources together, nations rise. Nigeria's story is still being written. So Coin Focus said, the Nigeria today is a joke. And the Muslim's ticket is trying everything possible to make sure that no man serves God in truth and in spirit. The Muslim ticket wants to keep every Christian in worldliness, sin and unholy state, because the harder the country, the more the love of God in people's hearts was cold, because they will be busy thinking of ways to feed their stomach. Then this person said, the heading of this write-up, I saw we are finished. On my notifications, fear grab me, we are wear me bikini. Wahala dey. So this guy said, Joy JC Yankee said they should sell the country. Who go buy am now? Then Concerned Citizen said she's been doling out billions of naira to IDPs, even though we have a well-funded NEMA. Time to invest in education. Suddenly, there is no money, and the giant of Africa is expected to crown fund to build a national. Read that. A national. Read that again. National, not personal. Library in the capital city, even though this building has been captured in several budgets. These people always look for ingenious way to demark Nigeria. Then Aidin said, person wey no wish well for common Nigerians, she doesn't even deserve a birthday wish. The comments are very many, but at this point here, I think we should just end it here because the video is getting longer. And then let me know your opinion in the comment section, and don't forget to smash the like button, guys, and also see you on my next videos.